Most people spend their lives trying to be liked, but the truly powerful ones make themselves indispensable. There is a difference between being wanted and being needed. Wanted is optional, needed is unavoidable. The psychology behind dependency is older than civilization itself, and most people are already using it, just unconsciously. When you understand how need is created, you stop leaving your influence to chance. You begin to architect it deliberately. The first principle is simple: become a solution to a problem they didn't know they had. People don't need what they can already name. When you solve an unspoken problem, you create a connection that feels almost supernatural. They don't know why they need you. They just do. This is not manipulation in the crude sense. It is the highest form of social intelligence, understanding what people lack before they do. Every person you meet is carrying an invisible list of unmet needs. Your job is to read that list without them handing it to you. Some people need to feel understood. Others need to feel powerful. Some need to feel safe, and others need to feel seen. The moment you identify which need drives someone, you hold the key to their entire psychology. Everything else follows from that single insight. The second principle is strategic scarcity. What is always available is never truly valued. What disappears creates hunger. This is not about playing games. It is about understanding that the human brain assigns value based on availability. Rare things feel precious. When you are fully present and then deliberately absent, you create a psychological contrast that is almost impossible to ignore. People notice the silence more than the sound. The third principle is what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement. Consistent reward creates comfort. Inconsistent reward creates obsession. When someone cannot predict your warmth, they begin to chase it. The uncertainty itself becomes the addiction. This is the same mechanism behind every great brand, every compelling relationship, and every leader people would follow anywhere. Predictability kills desire. The fourth principle is to give people a version of themselves they have never seen before. Show someone who they could be, and they will never want to lose you. Most people walk through life unseen. When you truly see someone, not who they pretend to be, but who they are trying to become, they will find you unforgettable. This is not flattery. Flattery is about the surface. This is about reflecting someone's highest potential back at them. It creates a bond that logic cannot dissolve. The fifth principle is to be the person who asks the questions no one else asks. Most conversations stay shallow because most people are afraid of depth. When you go deeper than anyone else has gone, you access parts of a person that have never been touched, and people become profoundly loyal to whoever reached them there first. The sixth principle is to create shared secrets. Nothing bonds people faster than the feeling of being in something together that others are not part of. It does not need to be dramatic. A private joke, an inside reference, a moment only the two of you witnessed. These small things build invisible architecture. The seventh principle is controlled vulnerability. Showing weakness at the right moment creates trust faster than any display of strength, but it must be calibrated. Too much vulnerability too soon feels manipulative. The right amount, at the right time, feels like a gift. When you choose to be vulnerable with someone, you are implicitly saying, "I trust you with something real." And that trust, once felt, is almost impossible to return. The eighth principle is to be the person who remembers. In a world of distraction, the person who recalls the small details of someone's life becomes extraordinary. Remember what they said 3 conversations ago. Ask about the thing they mentioned only once. People feel deeply valued by whoever proves they were truly listening. Most people listen to respond. The rare few listen to understand. And the rarest of all, listen to remember. Be that person. The ninth principle is to create a sense of mission around yourself. People need to feel they are part of something larger than their daily routine. When you carry a vision, even a quiet one, people are drawn to it instinctively. Human beings are meaning-seeking creatures. They will follow whoever seems to have found some. This does not require grand gestures. It requires clarity of purpose. Know exactly what you are building and why. Let that certainty speak for itself. The 10th principle is to be the person who remains calm when everything is not. Emotional regulation is one of the rarest and most magnetic qualities a person can possess. When everyone around you is reacting and you are responding, people begin to orient toward you. The calm person becomes the reference point in the storm. This calmness is not indifference, it is mastery. And people instinctively trust whoever seems to have mastered themselves. Now understand, these principles are not separate techniques. They work as a system. Each one reinforces the others. A person who sees your scarcity, feels seen by you, shares secrets with you, and watches you remain calm under pressure will not simply like you. They will need you, and they will not be able to explain why. That is the point. Need that can be explained can also be argued away. Need that is felt bypasses logic entirely. This is why the most influential people in history were not always the smartest or the strongest. They were the ones who understood human psychology at its deepest level. They knew that influence is not taken, it is created. And it is created through consistent, deliberate attention to what people need most. The dark side of this knowledge is real. These same principles are used by people who cause genuine harm. Cults, abusers, and manipulators all operate on the same psychological architecture. Understanding this is not an invitation to harm. It is armor. When you know how need is manufactured, you can recognize when it is being manufactured in you. The person who suddenly makes you feel uniquely understood. The relationship where warmth appears and disappears without reason. The leader whose vision fills a void you didn't know you had. These patterns, once seen, cannot be unseen. And that awareness is its own form of power. Because the most dangerous person is not the one who knows how to make others need them. It is the one who does it without knowing, and therefore without restraint. Conscious influence carries responsibility. Every person you make feel seen. Every need you meet. Every moment of calm you provide. These create real effects in real lives. Use that carefully. The goal is not dependency. Dependency breeds resentment. The goal is genuine value. Being someone whose presence makes people's lives measurably better. That is the difference between dark influence and real power. Dark influence collapses the moment it is seen. Real power only grows when it is understood. The person who makes others need them through manipulation will eventually stand alone. The person who makes others need them through genuine value will never be without people worth having. And perhaps that is the final principle, the one that separates influence from exploitation. Ask yourself, not just can I make this person need me, but should I? Because you now have the map. Where you go with it says everything about who you actually are. Choose that carefully. The most powerful version of you is not the one who controls others. It is the one who makes others genuinely better and becomes indispensable because of it. That is not weakness. That is the highest expression of social intelligence, and very few people ever reach it. If this changed how you see influence, you are already thinking differently than most. Follow for more dark psychology every week.